Hey, super loved one, welcome back. If you're here, you are probably interested in healing and energy work, and also in working on yourself, where you, of course, might have many questions about your love life, about your work, relationships in general, your finances, whatever kind of thing, like the main themes in life. This is another healing session, and healing sessions are really focused on healing your own energetic field, clearing trauma and blocks and obstacles that you keep in there so you can move on and be clearer and lighter. Ascension might be a term that is not new for you. It's like rising awareness, becoming more and more aware of who you really are, which is consciousness, basically, which is like the highest expression of creation, the ultimate source. And what I want to do in this session is grab 7 cards to take a look at each one of the 7 main chakras and see what theme comes up for us collectively to heal. That might be interesting. Of course, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, then please don't spend much time watching it because, there's many readers and resources out there that can help you. Yeah, basically that's it. I'm recording this at the end of June 2020. It's not very relevant because this time is just a moment in time, really. Whenever you come across this reading, it's meant for you at that moment because my intention for this is to be timeless. And like I said, if it's not for you, then please don't spend any time watching it. Welcome, healers and coaches. And before I just started recording, I already asked for some guidance. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, well, that's a lot of cards. I'm going to put them back because that's not what we wanted. And of course, if we get more than 1 card for a chakra, that's not up to me. But sometimes the energy is so powerful that it wants to convey so many messages that you get so many cards and then things can get confusing. So let's not do that. Can you give us 1 card for each of the 7 main chakras, please, for this healing session to commence? All right, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, the heart, throat, third eye, crown. All right. Before I take a look at those, is there one central theme you would like us to take into consideration for this session? Is there one theme that you say that's important for this time period? Uncovering treasure is what we're getting. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So we're looking at a dragon who is holding a treasure, and he's, or she, I think it's a girl dragon, she's looking at it very lovingly. And I understand the drawing on this card, and I think it's really sweet. I do feel that it might be a bit like deceptive to think the treasure is something physical, because to me this is more like solar plexus energy, gold energy, the power of the light energy. And it's something that you need to find within yourself first before you will find it in your life, in your outer life. So let's see. For the root chakra, we get the Observe card. Just feeling into what this is saying for a moment. it's a beautiful card, and it's like there's this rainbow showing on top of the head, and it says like it's all coming together and reaching one point. There's also, you can't really see it because I'm holding it up. There's two eyes that are sort of crossing each other, so they sort of overlap, and it's in the heart area. So it's like cosmic energy coming in, but it's in the root chakra's place. So this is something about coming full cycle, connecting heaven and earth, and also seeing with the heart. So the root chakra is the basis for this observation card. And I'm feeling like it's not, we usually are not thinking of the root chakra as a chakra that we should use to observe with. Whereas, like light, if you break it down with a prisma, you see it has those 7 colors. And if you sort of, so it's like in the root chakra basically is a similar, has the same, how do you say that, capacity as the crown chakra does. But it's asking for a strong connection, like a visionary. And it's feeling like many of us, we tend to have overactive upper chakras and not being grounded enough. And in this case, this particular card is really saying to me like the root chakra is not the place where you would expect it to find this knowledge, but this knowledge is actually beginning at the basis. And that's what it is, really. So the root chakra, if it's very well grounded, it's just as wise and enlightened and colorful as the crown chakra is. Like the crown chakra is not the part where you are spiritual, and the root chakra is the part where you are just focused on your primal instincts, like food and sleep and shelter and sex drive, like reproduction. But that's like enlightenment starts at the basis, and we really need to pay attention to that. Then the sacral chakra is getting dreams coming true. Like this is the place where we create, because the sacral chakra is also like the root of our creativity and our ability to create. And especially the female having the womb and carrying the child and the child growing in that area. It's saying that for us, it's very important to heal our understanding of the fact that we are powerful creators, because many of us, that the creative flow has sort of dried up a little bit. It's not flowing freely. And that's also the relationship with the first card we're getting for the root chakra, like heal the flow. And the sacral chakra is also very important in connection to the heart chakra. And obviously, all the chakras are important in their connection to each other because they form a system. But love and our experience of love and our the way we create our relationships and the way we express our love, the way we connect, I should say, that's really mainly decided by the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and the heart chakra. And how well these two are communicating is what's determining how difficult or easygoing, how black or dark your relationship sometimes can feel, and how light and loving it can feel. That really greatly depends on how freely the flow, the exchange between these two chakras is. So dreams coming true, the sacral chakra is asking of us to heal our memory of being a powerful creator. Yeah, we're getting the detach card. Let me check something. Let's just take a quick peek. Yeah. So what we are getting for the solar plexus is the detach card. And I just needed to check the booklet for a second. But what this feels like to me, the solar plexus is like the power source of our energy system. And it's also where we are getting, we are taking energy from the outer world and we are pushing our own energy back into the outer world. There's the exchange of energy. And this card is the Justice card, but it says detach in this deck. And it really feels like we are being asked to heal our perception of who we are. You know, like see myself as Claudia. I have this whole persona built up around her. What if I were to detach from all the ideas and beliefs I have about her and just will breathe, basically, and flow the energy here, because it feels like for some of us it's a bit stuck in this area, and that can it can cause various problems, from the obviously digestive problems to having too much tension, like too much tension in this area, feeling like you're not able to breathe freely, or this is your muscles in this area are always tense. That has to do with our subconscious belief that we have to hold up who we are, and who we are is the persona, the ego, as the Course in Miracles calls it, but that's not who we really are. So detach your belief and your attachment. Let go of your attachment to who you think you should be. That's basically the message. The heart chakra is getting rebuild, which is beautiful. That's very powerful. If we allow our root chakra to be the point where the creative process sort of originates, where we change our perspective, of who we are. We go to the creative flow, which is the sacral chakra. We release that. We let go in the third chakra our attachments to who we are as a person, and also our ideas about what's right. Then our heart gets a lot of space to be crushed on the one hand, so that's like painful, but also to rebuild on the other hand, which is powerful. And if you look at this card, like in the tarot, this is the Tower, and it's not an easy card necessarily. It's about a change in perspective, like a huge change in perception, and it might come all of a sudden, like a lightning bolt, like lightning strikes, literally. But in this specific deck, you see that she has like the heart. She's covering her heart. She's covering the light there. Like she is reclaiming her knowledge of who she is. So our heart knows who we really are, which is not the persona that we've built, what I just said about the solar plexus. So if we start letting go, I'm opening up my hands here so you can maybe see what I mean. If we let go a little bit of all of what we think we should be, who we think we should be, our heart gets the space to rebuild our knowledge of who we really are, because we are beings of light. I know I've said there's a plane or a helicopter passing by. Yeah, it's a helicopter. We are believing we are bodies most of the time, and that's what our physical world is built upon that belief, basically. But we are not a physical body. We are light. We are energy. We are our frequency. We are not solid matter. We are light. So if we give If we let go of our ideas, we give our heart the space to start rebuilding. And it might be true for you, and that's only for you to decide, that your heart might need to let go as well of old pain, old heartache, love gone awry. There's all kinds of things that we keep stored in our heart space that we might need to let go of in order for the heart to rebuild. But this is a healing session. My intention is to serve the highest good, so I cannot not give you this message. And this might be painful, and it might require you to sit down in meditation or visualization or journaling or walking outside in nature works well for some people, to reconnect to who you really are so you're able to rebuild, because your heart needs healing. And healing means, by definition, letting go of old hurt and old pain. So we get, for the throat chakra, we get the third eye chakra card. And that's interesting because this is about speaking what we believe, what we see, what we envision. Because we don't really envision with our throat chakra. We do that with the third eye chakra. But the throat chakra is like the first of the 7, if you move upwards, that starts connecting to your abilities which go beyond your physical senses. Because you have like your telepathic abilities, for example, they are connected to your 5th chakra, your throat chakra. And so we are being asked to heal the difficulty we have speaking our truth. And our truth in this case is really connected to what we see. And what we see is something that can be, well, it can happen on many levels. Like, I'm giving you an example. Say your best friend has a relationship and you see the relationship's not working well. You see that. So this healing session is helping you to heal any blocks you might feel in your throat, or even oppression in your chest, actually, about telling your friend what you see. Also, you might see the new world. We are in this time which is weird and strange, and things we always relied on, structures we believed in, they are sort of falling over and being pushed, and we are being challenged. Our beliefs are being challenged, and our faith and what we are perceiving is being challenged. And this is what is asked of us to heal. Can you communicate what it is you're seeing? You might be seeing the new world. You might be seeing energy. You might be seeing auras. You might be seeing, numbers or symbols or other kinds of signals, significant information for you that tells you about your journey. And are you able to communicate that to other people? That's what you can ask yourself, and what is a definite healing possibility. For the third eye chakra, we get a number 2 that says spread your wings. Let me show that to you. Spread your wings. So that's I'm looking at it and I'm getting like it's ascension. The first thing that comes to mind. It's being on the path, seeing like this target, and then being able to move further towards the light. To me, this is talking about believing in what you are doing and believing in what you are seeing, believing in the road you are traveling. That's what's really important, and only you can decide for your unique situation what the significance of that is, because it might be you are journeying in your relationship, exploring new ways of being together. You might leave someone, you might meet someone new. This might be about your job and something entirely different. And it's about what you can see and trusting that road. That's really important. And connected to that is chakra number 7. And it's funny because we get a number 7 card there that says daydreams and decisions. it's really a beautiful representation, actually, because I don't know if you can see really well, you probably can't, but in this deck, this person does not really have, she doesn't have legs. Like you see her body, you see her waist, and then there's like nothing but air there, and there's green grass. So it suggests there's a fertile ground for daydreams and decisions. And it's a very mystical card, obviously. In a normal tarot, this would be the Seven of Cups, which talks about decisions and illusions and emotions clouding your judgment. And this card is the opposite of that. This card is peace and quiet. It's turned inwards to focus, where things are very calm. It's very clear. And it's also clear she's between two pillars. So not everything is yet revealed or visible, but there's nothing wrong with daydreaming. And the crown chakra needs a bit of freedom to roam, is what I'm hearing. So freedom to just explore without us saying, oh, that's impossible, or this is never going to happen. This is telling me that it's necessary for us to heal our connection to what we can actually see and be. If we cannot see who we really are, we cannot live that truth. We cannot be the example. We cannot show other people that we are more than a body, because we are energy, we are light, we are love. And this is really telling me that what the crown chakra needs in terms of healing for us to pay attention to is freedom to roam and explore new worlds. Like, try to imagine your perfect world. What would it look like? And if you find this really difficult, because I can imagine sometimes it is really difficult because there's just so many things you can focus on, you may, for example, focus on education. Like if you have children, what would you like your children to learn and to study in an ideal world? How would you deal with the planet or your health, for example, in a perfect world? How would you create art in your perfect world? Freedom to roam is a really powerful message that I'm getting. So the funny thing is, if you look at these cards that we're getting, this is the root chakra and this is the crown chakra, that it feels a little bit like they have switched places, because this one's supposed to be about grounding, this one's supposed to be about flying. And actually what I'm feeling is that the flying that you were able to do with your crown chakra is actually being transferred all the way through all the other chakras into the root chakra, because the new world that you can imagine needs to be grounded in your root chakra in order for it to become a reality. So that's a really powerful message. We have some healing work to do, people, but that's good. That's nice. That's beautiful. That's what we like. What I like, I should say. All right. Let's see if we can close this off with some guidance. What guidance? What guidance do you have for us to close this healing session off? Assessing and gratitude. This is assessing. It's taking your own journey to study and learn and observe and assess what's true and right for you. And I'm feeling this is connected to actually to every chakra I just talked about. Because for every chakra, it's true. You can take a bit of time to assess where you are, what your situation at this moment is, and how you can heal your chakra more to bring it into more balance. And the other card we get is gratitude. And gratitude is a practice that helps you to get into the healing mode. So if you find it difficult to sit down and take a bit of time to go inward and be still, meditate or visualize, do your energy cleansing work, as I usually do, then gratitude is a great way of getting yourself into that mindset. And that's where you need to be, because you cannot, if you're very busy after a day full of, meetings and discussions and emails, that mindset is not going to be the mindset where you find healing and calm and peace and quiet. So if you find it difficult to make that shift from one state of mind to the other, gratitude is a great way to make that change, to help you shift. Because if you sit down and you start thinking about what is it that I'm grateful for today, your heart will become softer, your mind will become more quiet, and you will have less trouble connecting to your heart just to feel what it is you're grateful for. And once you are in that soft energy, you can move further along to the road of healing, where you pay attention to each of your 7 main chakras. I do feel like drawing an energy card or two to finally close off this healing session. Let's see, what would you like to add to this for guidance purposes? What is the guidance purposes? The 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. Contract. Oh, and the Angel of Love. Beautiful. So, we are getting the assistance of Archangel Raphael in this healing process. So that's very beautiful, strong, powerful energy. If you feel like you feel alone, you feel troubled, you feel restless or irritated, or it's not working for you, then Archangel Raphael, who's connected to your heart center, is there for your assistance. So you only need to ask him. We're getting contracts, which is interesting because it talks about soul contracts, about karma, about relationships. It might also talk about physical things like houses, mortgages, or work contracts of some kind. But what I'm getting from this card right now is that for this healing session, you don't need to look into the details. She's wearing a blindfold. She's not really seeing anything. You don't need to look into the details, but you can just close your eyes and trust your energetic system to find its natural balance. You don't need to work hard for that. You can trust, because balance is our natural state. And you can sort of let that happen. And we're closing off with the Angel of Love, which is, well, I don't really need to say much about that. There's a lot of loving assistance for us available if we are working on our healing, we're working on our chakras, and the Angel of Love will bring or love to whatever chakra needs it. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful card. She's very big-hearted. And I believe if you're watching this, you are probably as well. So I hope you will have a great week, a great time ahead. I hope this reading has served you. If you have any questions, then please leave a comment in the section below this video. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.